Shout out to Dyme Magazine, man. I appreciate you covering me and all that. And check me out coming up in their next drop.
This is yours truly, breaking crazy ground. Your one and only Jason Price. What's going on, man? What's going on, man?
You know, I'm good. I just thank God for this opportunity to be here on Dyme Magazine, man. It's an opportunity, of a lifetime. I'm very grateful.
You know what, man? I'm so glad that you said that because, what I want to do, you know what I'm saying? The ladies, I hope y'all are paying attention. All y'all who love real R&B, real talk, real R&B, real gospel, real music, great music. This is him. And what I want to do, I kind of want to, go back a little bit, if that's okay with you. I want to talk about, your humble beginnings. You know what I mean? Like, what got you to where you wanted to sing? Like how was those doors opened up for you to, do your thing?
First of all, I would just like to give a big shout out and big thanks to Michael Bivins, because without him, all these big doors wouldn't be opening right now, Oh,
wait. Shout out, man. Shout out to Michael Bivins because true story, man. I'm just going to say this. This man has opened so many doors for so many people. Real talk. Him, his staff, man, everybody that's down with the Biv 10 movement, the family, man. Yo, shout out to you. And, for looking out with this man right here, come on. I already know, bro.
Yes, sir. I'm very grateful, man, to have somebody like him in my corner, as far as everything that I got going on right now, I'm also very grateful to have, Tony Richards Jr. and Tanisha Sullivan, they opened up some very big doors state-wise, I've done a lot of things for them, I'm very grateful.
Well, let's even talk about that real quick because you did your thing with the State House performance, man. That was phenomenal. Like, please talk about that, man. Like, how was that able to come into fruition?
Oh man, I think it was somebody. I think Tony Richards Jr. He's seen the little post that Michael Bivins did on his Instagram for the Celtics game, and he was like, "Yo, I got this opportunity for him to sing at this the Black History Month celebration at the State House," and he was like, "Oh yeah, this is just manager's information. Go ahead, hit him up." And next thing you know, got the call from my manager, and that was a done deal from there.
Man, come on, man. You already know, man. And I told y'all, not just anybody can come up here. We got to show love, and that's what it is, man, because you're breaking a lot of ground, man. Salute to you, my brother. And also, I definitely wanted to give you your flowers because, you have a team around you that really believes in you, that really pushing you, that really honors your drive as being a young dude out here getting it, So I just wanted to give you your flowers straight up, Listen, like, let's just keep it 100. Because all of our viewers and listeners out there, our readers, man, y'all know that, when we have high status, right? We have high status in the building. You guys understand that the people that we interview, right? They have things to talk about. And not just things, but things. And this is what we're going to get into, man. We're definitely going to get into this with you, man. And, one thing I want to do is, first off, I want to thank you, man, for sitting down with Dyme Magazine, man. And it's an honor to have you, my brother, like, for real.
That's a blessing, man. I appreciate it. Yes, sir.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. And, what I want to do, if it's okay with you, I want to get into, your humble beginnings. First off, what made you want to get into R&B? Because you could have been a rapper, right? Oh. You could have been, you know what I mean? Like why R&B and gospel? Like, why that? Because your voice is phenomenal, man. But what made you want to get into that industry?
Okay, so originally I'm from North Carolina, and I grew up from a gospel background. My father, he sings, and his brothers and sisters sing, and we just came up right behind me. My brothers and sisters came up right behind them singing. And my father, he never really had that chance to actually listen to a lot of R&B when he was growing up, because coming in in the South and the gospel background, it's like, it's church or nothing. But when he got older, he started listening to Jodeci and Guy and all those other great artists that was out there. And me just being a kid, just listening to everything, I just started to mimic everything that I heard, and it just made me want to further myself into that R&B / gospel type of thing.
Yeah. And you mentioned North Carolina, right? And when you think of North Carolina, I know at least when I think of North Carolina, I think of soul. I think of soul food. I think of hospitality, and obviously that's what your music portrays. When I hear it, I hear, to be honest with you, the Jodeci's. I hear the countries, the deep root of what the Carolinas offer. You know what I mean? So for you to say that that's your upbringing, man, like that's major, and you being from, that area, how is it for you, like being able to carry that in your music? Like, does it come first nature for you?
I would say it does, because once you start singing everything, especially gospel music, there's a lot of feeling into it. There's a lot of emotions and things like that. So once you start carrying that emotion into the R&B, it makes it even more phenomenal. Makes it even more phenomenal.
So you being brought up right now, have you ever been brought up in the church singing?
Oh, of course. That's where I started off singing. They put me right in the choir. It's like as soon as I came out the womb, it's like, yep, you're going to the choir, man. Me and all of my siblings, my aunt. Shout out to my auntie. She was the one who actually, helped to develop us, and my uncle also. My uncle Johnny, he helped to develop, that style and that sense of singing that we have today.
Y'all did a great job, man. Listen, shout out, because man, whatever y'all did, keep doing it for real. And honestly, because listen, y'all, this man's gonna sing for y'all. Not right now. Not a lot either, but a little bit. You just gotta give them a taste, man. Like seriously. But getting back to your essence, of that soulful Carolina upbringing. You mentioning your family, you mentioning, all these people that actually helped groom you. Was it hard for you to actually grasp, what they were teaching you to be able to form it into your own style?
It wasn't, I can't say that it was hard. For me, I feel like mostly for me, it fairly came easily, just based upon, the fact that I come from a very heavy musical background, My grandmother, she also played the keys and she was singing, and I took that from her, so I started playing and singing at the same time. And, when she died from cancer, that really,
God bless her,
hard, It hit my heart, and it made me want to take my talent and, just further it.
Oh, man, like, you touched home with that one, too, because, recently, the past few years, I lost my grandmother, and for you to mention that, man, I totally can relate, and shout out to everybody out there that lost a grandmother, man, and we all know how grandmothers are very important in our lives, man, and man, my condolences.
Yes, sir, I appreciate it.